You're very welcome back. Our next guest is fresh back on Irish shores after a dalliance inside the house that made Maura Higgins and Molly May famous.
Before we pull Andrada Pop for a chat, I'd say she's sick of people saying that crap to her. Let's take a look at her time in the Love Island villa.
I am Andrada. I'm 27 years old and I'm from Ireland.
You pulled me for a kiss. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a good kiss.
What would you rate it then?
I'll give it a 10.
Would you give it a 10?
If you and Dia got a connection, it means he gets to bed with a girl and I'll
Yeah, but we just shared a kiss, so it's like, I can be like, oh, like, do you know what I mean?
We are good, and I do want to continue to get tonight because I do feel like there's something could be there, do you know what I mean?
There's definitely something that could be there.
Even though you get nervous and shy, you're still confident. Like, you get like a cute nervous and shy.
Is that genuine?
Let's find out what Ben has decided to do. Andrada, are you happy to be here?
I'm very happy to be here with Ben, definitely.
I've got a text. The couple with the fewest votes and therefore have been dumped from the island is...
Oh my days.
Andrada and Ben.
Andrada, good morning. Hello, how are you? You're like, I can't. I can't. Is that surreal?
It's really surreal because I haven't had a proper chance to watch it back, so when I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh no.
What's going on? I have to ask, because you went in to Casa Amor, so you've got the established people and then you're dropped in as a bombshell into Casa Amor. And when you were picked to come back up, what is that like, walking back into the villa where this group have been together and you're walking back in with the fella holding his hand and you're like, oh my God, what is that feeling like?
And do you know what? I actually had a sick feeling because obviously the girls can hear, like we had our challenges, so the girls could hear, oh, Andrada had done this with Dejon or Andrada done this with this person. So like I was the big elephant in the room. So when my name was mentioned, especially Meg, she was like, that's Andrada. So yeah, it was very like, you know, obviously girls get judged as well, so they're like looking at you, what you're wearing, who you are. So it's a lot of pressure. Yeah.
I'd say it's scary going in there. I mean, the show's been on for a long time now. What was it about this year that you said, I want to get in there and mix things up this year?
Do you know, I actually applied 3 years ago and I didn't get through. It was just a Zoom call. So I wanted to actually go on this show for a long time. I always wanted, my personality is like that, I just like to put myself out there anyways. Yeah. So then this year, it was smooth sailing and I got in there. But yeah.
Do you think it was better being that little bit older?
Definitely.
Like imagine going in at like a 23, 24-year-old.
Definitely.
Did you feel more certain of yourself?
Yeah, that's exactly why I feel like I didn't get it back then, because I feel like I wasn't half of the person that I was,
right,
that I am today. Because it's a lot to handle in there, so...
Can I ask you about, because I just think, you know, we watch this condensed version of a show and you're all sitting there. You have to spend your time small talking. Like, is it small talking all day long to everybody?
Yeah, like you just have to constantly pull people for chat. So it's like you're pulling people for chats that you've never seen before. You have to live with them. So it is constant small talk. But then it gets easier because you get to know more and more. So you do then tend to actually click with them and just have normal conversations. But at the start, it's very intense.
So, do you like blue? Do you know, like, is it a bit... What's your favourite colour?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, OK. Yeah, I gotcha.
And you obviously went in to Casa as a bombshell. I mean, is there an added pressure there because you're going in, you're putting yourself out there, but there is that risk that you could just fade away into the background, you wouldn't even get into the villa. Were you under a lot of pressure there going in?
Yeah, a lot of people actually turn it down. A lot of bombshells that actually get asked to go in Casa, they're like, you know what, no, it's too risky for me. I just want to take the risk. I know I know what I can offer, so I was like, no, I got this. But yeah, you have a short period of time to connect with somebody and make them like you, to bring you back.
You're going in with that Irish energy, though. Do you know what I mean? You're going, come here to me, you.
Come here to me, you. Yeah.
Exactly. There's no doubt you were an immediate effect in there. So you built a couple of connections in Casa, didn't you?
Yeah. So I got to like Dejon and Ben. So they were the two guys that I kind of clicked with that I wanted to get to know in there.
Yeah, and what was that? Because Dejon has been, like, when we talk about, with Orla Condon, our Love Island correspondent, she's like, we've never seen a game player like him before. Like, he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did you see when you... Because it must be hard when it's in front of you. What did you see from Dejon?
Do you know what? It was very hard for me because, like, he'd pull me for chats and he would reverse the conversation on me. So he'd be like, what do you think people... No, people can see what we have. And I was like, what do we have? And then he wouldn't answer and he'd be like, what do we have? So he's like very calculated with his words. He would never want to put himself in the wrong. So it is hard because I'm looking at you thinking, I know the cameras are on me right now and I know what you're doing. And I used to say that to him. I'm like, I know what you're doing.
Yeah,
because
you called him out at one point. You were like, you're very clever with your words. Because he'd be sitting there like, listen, I like Meg. She's the one for me, but you have beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand it because like people are open. So that's what he has to do. But it's like, just don't throw the girls under the rug a little bit. You know what I mean? To make you look better.
And he is getting a bit of flack now online because of that. I think people are starting to call him out. Now, obviously, you ended up in a couple with Ben. Were you happy with that?
Of course I was. Like, at the end of the day, people kind of put a lot of pressure on the Dejon situation, thinking I'm only using Ben to get back. At the same time, Ben was with Shakira. They weren't really getting along. So I had to crack D to be able to get to know him because that's what I had to do in order to get to know them both.
But it's really interesting because you go in there from Casa Amor, so, you know, less of a standing with the public.
Yeah.
And with Ben, sort of, now you probably have seen it from the outside, kind of viewers are seeing some sort of mistreatment of women, like telling Yasmin that she's irrelevant, that the audience are kind of sitting there going, hold on a second, dude, what are you up to? And you're kind of stuck in that situation. With him then, like, exactly. Kind of drag you down.
Yeah, I did it. Like, when the producers were calling me, like, who was your top three? Ben was there at the very start, and then I kind of took him off after that.
But
he's very different in there. That's what I mean. It's like what you see on TV, it's only 45 minutes out of the day. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot more that goes on.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the lads. You had a couple of run-ins with Meg as well, who's with Dejon. What do you make of them? Are they going to make it on the outside? Is it all for TV?
I don't know. I feel like Meg really likes Dejon. And the argument that I had with her obviously was after the movie night. She's seen some clips, heightened of emotion, so it was bound to happen. We lived together. But I do feel like she really likes him, and maybe he does as well. I don't know. At the minute, he is trying. I feel like he is going in for the win, but I do feel like he does like her as well.
I don't buy it, you know. I don't buy it.
How are you? Okay, so how are you finding life on the outside? It's just been a week. You were in there for 2 weeks. How are you? How has everything been? Because, you know, the duty of care, you put yourself out there for our entertainment. How are you doing with the public?
Do you know what? I'm good. I've always kind of wanted this. I've always wanted to put myself out there and challenge myself. So it's a lot. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful.
Fair play to you for doing, like, genuinely, people who go on television for our entertainment, it's like, let them do it. It shouldn't be happening. It's so good what you do for millions of people. We have to ask you though, who is gonna like, Connor's in there. How are you, Connor? How's it going up Limerick? Who's gonna win?
Do you know, have you not seen the news?
Meg's going back in.
Are going back in.
I heard
Megan's going back in.
Meg?
Oh my God.
But
does that mean she's going to... What? Do you think that they're setting her up?
I feel like if Megan is going to go back in, she's going to go for Connor. Connor really likes her. I feel like they could win.
So you think Connor and Meg are going to win?
Yeah.
You're calling it?
I'm calling it.
I think Connor's gonna...
Connor!
When he sees her tonight.
Oh, lads, the last time a Love Island winner brought an English girl home to Limerick, it didn't go down well with poor Greg. God bless him. We'll see what happens. Listen, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for coming in to us, and I'm sure that we'll see you again very soon. Sure, you'll have to come in to us for the end of it, will you?
Yeah, 100%.
You'll be around.
Thank you so much for having me.
Andrada Pop, thank you so much. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you very much. Now, things are heating up in the kitchen, and we're rewinding with the hits of the 80s. Star Tony Hadley will be here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.